Hello everyone, I welcome you all on my channel Doctor's Desk. So hope all of you are doing good and preparing well for this examination. So as I promised in last video that I gonna call different officers and they're gonna tell you about the important topics and how to prepare in this last month. So today we have Dr. Nishan Dhiman or ADM Eastern Railway. He's gonna tell about the obstetrics and gynecology important topics and how to prepare. So hope you also gonna like this video also. So let's hear him now.
Hello everyone, as told by Dr. Sagar, I have been assigned a task to prepare a short video on how to cover the obs and gynecology subject in a quicker manner. So I will discuss it into two parts, like first will be the gynecology and second will be the obstetrics part. So let's first discuss about the gynecology part. So in the gynecology part, the first most important thing, you should be well versed with the tumors. In the tumors, only three types of the tumors we have the cervical, ovarian and the endometrial tumors. So most of the time the questions have been asked from these tumors. In the cervical tumors, you should be thorough with this CIN lesions, pap smear, FIGO staging, and what are its management guidelines, and also along with the vaccinations that we give to the females. Secondly, in the ovarian and the endometrial tumors, both tumors, you should be familiar with the risk factors. What are the different risk factors which are the protective in one tumor and which are not protective in the other tumors, and along with that their FIGO staging and the management of these tumors. Specifically in the ovarian, you should be more perfect with these epithelial tumors and these germ cell tumors. After completing the tumors, you should be focusing with some other topics, which are one will be the amenorrhea part. Amenorrhea, you should be well versed with the definitions of the primary and the secondary amenorrhea, how you are going to approach to the primary amenorrhea and the secondary amenorrhea, and what will be the different treatment guidelines. Then infertility. Now most of the times we are focusing on the female infertility, but definitely this UPSC it also focuses on the male infertility part. So you should be well versed with the semen analysis in the male infertility, and under the female fertility, the first thing you should be able to describe the primary infertility, secondary infertility, and various tests for ovulation, tubal patency test which you will do, and what are the different techniques through which you will help in the management of this infertility. So tumors, amenorrhea, infertility. So next, fourth one is the disorders of the menstruation. Under disorders of menstruation, you better to start with the physiology of the menstruation. Many of the times the question has been asked from the physiology of the menstruation itself. Once you do the menstruation, then you go for the abnormal menstruation, various terms of the menstruation like menorrhagia, polymenorrhagia, puberty menorrhagia. All those questions have been asked from those part. You should be specifically focusing on the AUB part, abnormal uterine bleeding. Under AUB part, you should be well versed with the palm coin classification and all the various components. You should have a good knowledge, like in leiomyoma, endometriosis. So many of the times the question has been asked from these part. So among these four parts, the other two very important parts from where the questions have been asked repeatedly is the one is the infections, sexually transmitted infections. They are mostly all the different types of the vaginal discharges, and also the syndromic management of these sexual transmitted infections. The last part which you can cover in the PSM part, also in the gynecology part, the questions have been asked is these contraception part. So do not skip last these two parts like STDs and this contraception. They have been asked repeatedly in this exam. So next we will discuss about the obstetric parts. So in the obstetric parts, you should have a broad knowledge of the whole obstetric, though it's not a big one. So to simplify the obstetric part, you need to divide into four parts. First will be your normal labor component, second will be the various complicated labors, and third will be the postnatal part, and fourth one is the short and scoring part. So under the normal labor, you should be thorough with the definition of the labor, true labor pains, the anatomy of the pelvis, fetal skull diameters, and the presentation on the different positions. Then you should be well versed with the third stage of the labor, its active management. The complication of the third stage labor, most commonly they have asked repeated questions from the postpartum hemorrhage. Also sometimes they put questions from the perineal tear also. You should be well versed with the mechanism of the separation of the placenta. Under the normal labor, the most important thing which we usually forget is the monitoring part. In the monitoring part, they have been repeatedly asking the questions from the cardiac tochographs. So where they put some fetal deceleration, acceleration, you should be thorough with these questions also. Also, you should be able to decipher the partograph. Now they are also coming to the picture based questions. They may produce the partograph and you have to answer accordingly. Then certain scores you should be thorough, like Bishop score, and also the main importance is the role of ultrasonography and various fetal prenatal screening tests that you conduct through during the course of the normal pregnancy. So this is all about the normal things, that is having a labor. Now with various, second part is the complicated pregnancies. So in the complicated pregnancies, they have taken a questions from almost all the complications they have taken out, be it the multiple pregnancy, IUGR, the antepartum hemorrhage part, placenta previa, rupture placenta, then the hypertension disorders, eclampsia, the management part, also the definitions. The questions have been taken from the definitions as well as the management part. So you should be thorough with all these parts, including your breech, ectopic pregnancy, and also the certain techniques like VBAC and TOL. So the complicated pregnancy, you need to have a broad knowledge. All these they have been asked interchangeably. There is not a specific that from one topic they are asking repeatedly, but they want to assess the knowledge that during the complications how you are going to manage it. The third component is the postnatal component. Though it's a small component, but though they are asking the questions like sepsis, psychosis, they have been repeatedly asking. So the normal part, all the complications part, the postnatal part, I have taken it separate because the questions have been asked from here. The fourth one will be the short topics. So short topics will be your physiology part. What are the physiological changes that are occurring during the pregnancy? What are the different types of the placenta? What are the placental disorders? Then what is the amniotic fluids? What are the amniotic fluid related disorders? The fourth one will be the prenatal screening. What are the different tests that you conduct during the prenatal period? Correlation with this ultrasonography. Also the different antenatal period, how you monitor, how you call for the female for the visits. Then during this period, this important is the abortions, different types of abortions when they are taking place, their definitions and everything. Also the MTP Act has to be covered. One more important thing, in the last you need to be covered about the drugs that we are using in the obstetric part. All the drugs has to be covered, and some minor procedures that we are doing during these, like maneuvers. Sometimes they do ask the maneuvers, also the episiotomy procedures they do ask. That's it. That's how you have to cover the ops. So ops part, it's a complete a broad view. You need to have a good broad view to answer all those questions. Gynecology part is more specific to some topics, and you can easily go through these topics from the gynecology part. Once you do this gynec and ops with this approach, you will be able to score 70 to 80% questions. Those 20% of questions require more depth of knowledge. So if you score 70 to 80% questions will come from all these parts only. The 20% you need to have a more depth knowledge. That's it. Thank you.